Hello everyone and welcome to this week's wellness chat. So I'm going to be wrapping up my series that I've been doing on female reproductive health, and today I want to talk about painful periods, or as the medical term for them, it's called dysmenorrhea. Okay, so let's paint a picture of exactly what dysmenorrhea or exactly what painful periods are, because I believe that a lot of people hear the word painful periods, and I know from personal experience, because I have dysmenorrhea, a lot of people just think that you're just complaining about your normal period and that you're just having normal period pain. Because during your period, during your monthly cycle, it's normal to have some cramping, it's normal to have low back pain, it's normal to have digestive upsets. But when you have dysmenorrhea, it becomes abnormal because it's interfering with your daily life. You're unable to participate in normal day-to-day activities such as going to school or going to work because you're literally bedridden. You have severe cramping in the lower abdominal and pelvic region that no matter what kind of over-the-counter medicines you may take, it does not help to ease that cramping. It does not help to ease that discomfort. You can have a severe digestive upset where you have severe diarrhea. You can also have nausea accompanied with vomiting, to where anything you smell or anything that you eat will cause you to become nauseated or sick to your stomach. And you also have pain like low back pain and pain in your back where it's intense. It feels, probably, I have not had children, but I would say it feels the closest pain of what I could imagine contractions feel like when you're giving birth. That's literally what you feel for the first day to 3 days of your cycle. So it's not just the normal irritating and annoying pain that you get with your period, it's to the next level. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being minimal pain, 10 being excruciating pain, you're at a 10 and maybe actually tipping over past a 10 when you have dysmenorrhea. So with dysmenorrhea, there are two categories or two classifications that if you experience dysmenorrhea, you may fall under. The first one is primary dysmenorrhea, and the second is secondary dysmenorrhea. So with primary dysmenorrhea, there is no underlying cause or reason that is contributing to your pain. It is thought with primary dysmenorrhea that the reason that you're experiencing so much pain during your menstrual cycle is because the body is releasing excess amounts of prostaglandins. So this is a hormone that is common during childbirth as well as during menstruation. You begin to experience this pain as the body begins to release excess amounts of this hormone while the uterine lining begins to shed throughout your menstrual flow. So this is something that may be a cause to your severe cramping with primary dysmenorrhea. But with secondary dysmenorrhea, this is when there is typically an underlying cause that is causing your periods to become more painful. Some issues that could contribute to secondary dysmenorrhea is going to be endometriosis, adenomyosis, as well as uterine fibroids. So it's especially important if you have had normal periods throughout all of your life and you begin to develop more painful and more severe periods, that you make it a point to schedule a visit with your doctor to see if there's any reason or any cause that could be contributing to secondary dysmenorrhea or painful periods for you. Okay, so now that I've kind of given you a little bit of background information and you can kind of understand what exactly dysmenorrhea is and what painful periods are, I'm going to give you 10 tips or 10 ways, if you believe you have dysmenorrhea or you know that you do, you can help to manage your symptoms and kind of ease the pain and discomfort that you're experiencing with your monthly cycle. So the first piece of advice would be, or the first tip would be, to visit your doctor. So whether you have primary dysmenorrhea or you have a secondary dysmenorrhea, it doesn't matter. Visiting your doctor is important because first and foremost, he's going to be better able to help you manage your symptoms and help you manage your pain. Because as you know, or as you've experienced, and as I myself experienced, trying things over the counter, taking over the counter medications was not helpful, and it did not manage any of my symptoms or any of my pain. Didn't matter how early I started taking the medication. It didn't matter if I caught it before my period fully started. I always would be bedridden for at least 1 day or a day and a half with severe cramping, severe nausea, and vomiting. I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't move, and the pain would just radiate throughout my body. It wasn't until I went to the doctor and learned that there were specific medications that I could take that could help me manage the pain, and kind of like muscle relaxers. I think that's what he prescribed to me. I was a teenager when I went to the doctor, but that definitely helped me to manage a lot of the pain that I was experiencing. So I didn't have to miss school anymore. I didn't have to miss work. I was able to function as a normal person. And especially if your period has changed, if you've had a period that's a set way for a set time and it's kind of transformed into a more severe, painful period, it's very important that you visit your doctor and you talk with him about what you're experiencing, because chances are you could be going through, or you could have an underlying cause that is contributing to the amount of pain that you're experiencing with your menstrual period. All right, and tip number 2 is going to be considering hormonal birth control. So the reason that I say to consider hormonal birth control, I know that it's debatable. Some people are for hormonal birth control, some people are not. But regardless of how you feel, this is something that you want to be thoughtful and you want to take into consideration, especially if you have primary dysmenorrhea and you have painful periods. You do want to think about this, because taking a hormonal birth control can help to decrease pain significantly, and it can also help to kind of decrease the heavy flow and heavy bleeding that you may or may not be experiencing with your cycle. So taking that into consideration. Also, sometimes in some cases, if there's an underlying cause, hormonal birth control has also been known to help in cases such as endometriosis. Hormonal birth control can help. So really being thoughtful, really talking with your doctor and seeing what will be best for you, your lifestyle, your beliefs, your spiritual beliefs, and your faith, and kind of taking all this information into account and just consider if hormonal birth control may be a good option for you to get relief from extreme pain. My third tip is taking over-the-counter medications. So I know I mentioned that for me, over-the-counter medications did not work at all. No matter what I did or how I tried to make it work, it did not work ever. But for some people, it could work. As we know, everyone's body is different. What someone feels and the symptoms and what they're going on is going to be drastically different than my experience with dysmenorrhea. So this is something that you might want to try out for yourself. So looking for medications that you know will work for you, such as naproxen sodium, ibuprofen, acetaminophen, trying those things, or even trying Pamprin or Midol and seeing if those work for you and they can help decrease your symptoms. It's always best though to focus on taking those medications as early as you possibly can. So when you first feel like your period or your cycle is coming on, going ahead and taking your medication, so that way before the pain can reach its height, you already have the medicine in its body doing its job to decrease pain and to decrease those pain, to kind of numb those pain receptors. And another thing is making sure that when you're taking this medication, that you are taking it with food. This is going to help to decrease digestive upset and upset stomach that can sometimes occur when you're taking any type of NSAID, such as Advil, Tylenol, or Aleve. So you want to make sure that you're taking it before your pain kicks all the way in, and that you're combining that with food and you're taking your medication with water. Okay, so my fourth tip is going to be avoiding common triggers. So common triggers that can make your period or menstrual symptoms worse, especially cramping, it's going to be tobacco. So smoking or any type of tobacco use. Alcohol, doing a lot of drinking or excessive drinking is definitely going to exacerbate or cause cramping to worsen. And caffeine, so drinking a lot of caffeine, whether it's soda, coffee, or tea, can actually exacerbate and cause your cramping to intensify. So making sure that you either cut caffeine or you decrease or limit the amount of caffeinated products and beverages that you are consuming can help with calming down the cramping and pain that you're experiencing. The fifth tip is going to be implementing some nutritional changes. So something that I'm always preaching and I'm always talking about is, of course, holistic nutrition. I absolutely and totally believe in holistic nutrition, that it can change your life and it can decrease a lot of the common problems that we have and that we face in our daily lives. And holistic nutrition and dysmenorrhea, in my opinion, is no different. So with what you're wanting to do or what you're wanting to focus on as far as your nutrition is, of course, it's going to be, here I am, I sound like a broken record. It's going to be focusing on increasing the whole, minimally processed foods and decreasing a lot of your processed and overly refined and sugary foods. So that means kind of staying away from the potato chips, staying away from the junk food, staying away from the fast food, and focusing instead on making whole, minimally processed, nutrient-dense foods, which I know it's so hard during that time of the month because you have so many cravings and you just want a big, fat, juicy burger. But I believe that, and I myself do it, I believe that you can find healthy, nutritious ways to satisfy your cravings without having to go all the way out and actually make a lot of the discomfort and the pain you feel during your menstrual cycle worse. Another thing that you also want to kind of watch and keep your eye on, especially if you have digestive upset during your monthly cycle, is dairy consumption. So for a lot of people, either they're lactose sensitive or lactose intolerant, or during that time of the month, they can't even see any milk product. So making sure that you're decreasing that or you're staying away from that during that time of the month is also going to help to decrease your digestive upset. Focusing on eating tons of fruits and tons of vegetables so that you can get all of your micronutrients in, and it can fill in the holes and any gaps of any nutrient deficiencies that you may have. Those things are going to help and go a long way in making sure that you're decreasing a lot of the pain and inflammation in your body, especially if you're, again, focusing on those fruits and vegetables. There are tons of fruits and vegetables that have anti-inflammatory properties, anti-inflammatory benefits. Eating a lot of fish, which is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which is, again, another anti-inflammatory property. So those are things that are going to naturally help to decrease inflammation in the body and help to reduce a lot of the pain and discomfort that you feel during your period. Another thing that you can do is you can try supplements. So implementing a good multivitamin and multimineral is going to help to fill in the gaps of your nutrition that you're not able to adequately fill or adequately suffice with your everyday normal balanced diet. It's going to make sure that you're getting all those essential vitamins and minerals that you need. Also taking something like an omega-3 fatty acid, fish oil, flaxseed oil, borage oil, or a combination of those is going to also help to decrease inflammation within the body and reduce your pain. Making sure that you're taking a good probiotic is going to help to keep your digestive system functioning properly and decrease any unnecessary digestive upset. Is going to be herbal teas. I love herbal teas. They're amazing and they're awesome. Some of my favorites to drink or consume, especially during that time of the month, is going to be chamomile and black cohosh. So these teas are awesome because they have anti-inflammatory benefits, which again is going to help to reduce pain, and it's also going to help to reduce inflammation. And they also help to, especially chamomile tea, it also is really good at helping to reduce muscle spasms, which is important when you have a lot of severe cramping in the abdominal region. So chamomile tea can help with that. And other good teas that I love and I drink on a regular basis is going to be peppermint tea and ginger tea. So these are especially important if you experience digestive upset. So if you have nausea, peppermint tea and ginger tea are going to be awesome for that. Also, if you have an upset stomach with diarrhea, those are going to be some great teas for you to drink as well. looking into aromatherapy is another good option. So regardless of how you choose to utilize aromatherapy, you can diffuse the aromatherapy oils or essential oils into your bath and have a nice warm soak. You can dilute the essential oils into a carrier oil and just massage it all over your body, and just especially focus on areas where you feel the most pain and discomfort, and kind of have the essential oils kind of melt into your body that way. Or you can choose to diffuse the essential oils throughout your room and throughout your home. But regardless of how you choose to utilize essential oils, they are a great addition and a great way to help with pain, discomfort, boost your mood, decrease anxiety, and promote calm and relaxation during that time of the month. So some essential oils that are especially great for during that time of the month are going to be German chamomile, lavender, sweet marjoram, and fennel. So getting plenty of rest during that time of the month is also super important. Your body's already fatigued. You are already losing a lot of blood through your menstrual flow. You're not feeling that great. You're irritable. You're just not in a good spot. You just feel so compressed sometimes. That's the only way I can describe it, is like compressed. But making sure that you are allowing yourself to get enough rest, whether it's going to bed earlier, and instead of getting 8 hours of sleep or 7, you get 9 to 10 hours of sleep. And maybe taking a couple of breaks or naps throughout the day to just kind of recharge your body. However that presents itself to you, just making sure that you dedicate some time to really just relax and just let your body be still, let your brain be still, and to rest and restore and recharge. Okay, so here we are at the last tip for the day, and this is something that I'm going to be honest, I struggle with myself. I struggle with sticking to, even though I know how important it is, but it is making sure that you are staying active and that you're participating in some gentle exercise. So I'm used to exercising more strenuous, and I'm used to participating in more intensive exercise formats, whether it's lifting, whether it's doing more interval training. Whatever it may be, I find it hard to get the motivation to do anything during that time of the month. But it doesn't have to be an intensive workout. You can do something simple, just like restorative yoga, doing Pilates, doing some gentle walking, maybe going on a nice mid-grade, low-grade hike. Something that just is easy, it's gentle, it's not too much on you, it's not wearing you out or making or fatiguing you any more than you're already fatigued, but just something that's just nice, simple, and easy, but it's still keeping your body moving, it's still increasing circulation, which is going to help, and it's going to go really far in managing your pain, your discomfort. It's also going to help to boost your mood and boost positivity. So making sure that you're participating in some form of gentle exercise. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Just like I said, just some basic movement or mobility, even exercises would be great to do during that time of the month. So much for watching this week's wellness chat. That is all. Those are all 10 of the tips that I have for you for how to manage painful periods. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you learned something, and I hope that you can take away something that you can apply to your life today. So please stay tuned, because next month is going to be July, and I will be doing a new series where I am focusing on gut health for the entire month of July. We're going to be talking a lot about the different things and conditions associated with gut health, how gut health affects the aging process, how gut health affects our brain health, all the different things about gut health. We're going to be digging into the month of July. So make sure that you're staying tuned to my YouTube channel, that you are following me on Facebook, you're following me on Instagram, and you're just checking in with my blog, because I'm going to be posting a lot of helpful and useful information about gut health so that you can have a healthy gut and a healthy life. So until next time, I hope you have a great day, and I hope that you're doing something every single day that's helping you to defy aging and to just be an anti-aging rebel and just live the life that you want to live. And until next time, bye.